Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. You can see I am on the Vexthal account, meaning I am on my 100% free-to-play account, guys. Yeah, not attaching this account to my Raid content creator perks, anything like that. I didn't even use my download code to get those extra 50 gems and free, ancient shard and stuff like that. By the way, if you guys want to start an extra account or know a family member, a friend, or whatever, go ahead and use my download link. You'll get, like I said, 50 gems, some energy, and a bunch of other stuff that could actually help you out quite a bit here. But some good news and some bad news. Number one is the good news. Today's a big day. I finally finished campaign on normal difficulty. I beat stage 12, and I want to share with you guys in today's video my team, how I got the team that I have right now, some lessons that I learned from the first time that I kind of made a Raid Shadow Legends account. Suffice it to say, there's a lot of them, and a mistake that I actually made that I have to kind of eat crow on, and I'm kind of excited to share with you guys because it's something that I've kind of been misinformed about, but I would have no way of knowing unless I went through the game again. So let me start with the team, right? So this is my main, I'll show you like my dungeon team here because it's 5 champions rather than 4. This is my main team. Now, some of you guys saw that I pulled Masked Fearmonger on one of my shard opening videos. So I'm actually using him now, but he's the 5th wheel here at this point. I'm not using him on campaign farming. And the whole theory behind, this account is, or I should say, one of the biggest things I'm changing since the first go round is I'm not overdoing it with shard pulls, right? I'm going to try to save my shards here. I don't need to get more champions at this point. Really happy with the team that I have right now. I pulled my very first epic champion, and it's Crimson Helm. So thrilled to pull her. She's a champion that I never maxed out on my main account either. Let me push myself back over here. Champion that I never maxed out on my main account, so really excited to try her out. She has really, really high base defense. As a matter of fact, let me just pull her up here in the champion index so we can see her full stats. She's a champion who I can really use right now in the early game before I'm even at 100,000 power, and I can ride her out into the late game. Like I can use her until the end game of Raid Shadow Legends. So I'm so thrilled to have her. As you can see, her base defense is sky high at 1531, which is a really good thing because we'll get into her kit in a second. 85 speed though is rough. But either way, she's a beast. Really lucky to pull her. So decrease attack on the A1. I still don't have a legendary. Obviously, I'd probably be using it if I did. Attacks 4 times at random. Each hit has a 75%, what is it, 85, 95, plus sniper if I ever get masteries. So 100% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. Places a block damage buff on this champion for 1 turn. This is on a 3-turn cooldown if I can ever get an epic book. I got 1 epic skill tome. I forgot where I got it from. And, I don't want this video to be an hour long, but it's probably going to be a long one because I have a lot to catch you guys up on. By the way, let me know, please. I'll probably post a community tab poll tomorrow on this, too. I don't want to do it today because I already uploaded the Ugo video earlier today. But would you rather see more frequent videos on my free-to-play account or one big, long one such as today's where I kind of bring you guys up to date, talk about the mistakes I made, and kind of, an all-in-one kind of catch-up every, few weeks or so? Let me know, guys. Always open and very welcoming of your feedback to make this content, fine-tuned to, give you what you're looking for here. So Vile Tongue, great ability. Damage based on defense, so, great. Just build it out with defense. Place a Revive on Death buff and a 60% increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns. So granted, it's a 4-turn cooldown, but increased defense is really valuable to have. Now I don't have to worry about looking for Doom Screeches, looking for marked. There's only a few rare champions or free-to-play friendly-ish champions out there that have increased defense. Granted, it's 2 turns for 4 turns, but I also get the Revive on Death, which is really, really nice to have. I love that she has a, on her Provoke, I love that she has a block damage buff for 1 turn too. That's already helped me out quite a few times inside campaign. And then she has ally HP in dungeons by 33%. So actually, I should be running her as my aura lead. So let's go ahead and change that right now. But that's an aura that, again, I can really rely on for a long time. Until I pull a Apothecary, I'll probably make that switch, but for now, definitely something that I'm happy about. Let me go ahead and show you how miserable my artifacts have been going, and I have to put it out there, guys. Oh my word. Ooh, it is painful. Artifacts right now, I made a big mistake. Let me just get to the mistake real quick here. By the way, let me show you my champions. I pulled 3 Void Shards. No, I pulled 2 Void Shards so far. No, I pulled 3. Veteran. So I got Veteran, I got Harken Greatblade, and I got Painkeeper. Those are the only 3 void shards I've gotten. I've actually gotten 4 shards. I'm holding all my shards from here on forward will be for double pull events. So really good pulls, I have to say. I have not yet invested in Harken Greatblade. I pulled her just a couple days ago. But those are my 2 epics. Harken Greatblade and Crimson Helm. Crimson Helm is an obvious choice for me. But even Harken Greatblade in the early game, I don't know if I need that weaken and I need the debuff spread. 2 random debuffs from the target and place them on all enemies. Also extends the duration of those debuffs by 2 turns. Probably won't end up using her until I start, going against clan boss. I'm not even a clan right now. So I'm not going to invest in her right now. It could be a mistake, but she, to me, is more of a mid to end game champion versus an early to mid game champion. So I'm focusing instead on Masked Fearmonger, just for a little bit of CC that he kind of adds to the table. Not a great champion at all. Let's see, people... Yeah, I would actually probably rate him maybe like a 3.5 overall champion out of 5. So I'm not super excited about him, but it is what it is. But let me tell you guys, getting back to the point at hand, artifacts are rough. And the big mistake that I made so far was in my starting guide, I kind of told people to prioritize campaign until you get your first 6-star champion, at which point you will, get a whole team of 6-star champions. And then at which point you can focus on Dragon's Lair. That was wrong. I apologize. I'm going to put a pinned comment in that video as well. It's not the end of the world because I stand by everything else in that video, and that was, 0.1% of a 100% full video. But now that I'm actually going through that, I see that I should be focusing on Dragon's Lair almost immediately, and I just started doing that actually this morning. So this gear sucks, man. And you can't farm any good gear in normal mode of campaign. So I'm going to be sitting there just wasting and grinding energy trying to level up my champions with crap gear. And I realized, why am I doing this? Why don't I go into Dragon's Lair and farm level 7, right? You can see here, I don't even have the right gear. I have crit rate gauntlets on Crimson Helm, which is okay. Defense, I actually do have a chest. I don't have any, I only have 1 pair of speed boots on the entire account, and it's on KL right now. So listen. I'm not saying my entire focus should be on Dragon's Lair, but I should at least be farming Dragon's Lair until I get 3 or 4-star speed boots on all my champions, because it's a good place to start, right? And get crit damage on my damage dealers. So this is my main team again. I have Kale. Obviously, Kale is right now, where the heck is, okay, we'll take him into the Tavern. He's level 40 right now, but he's 5 stars. So I have 10 more levels to go until I can get him to level 50. Then I'll worry about 6-starring my first champion. And let me tell you guys, I forgot how difficult it is to 6-star your first champion, especially if you're free to play. It's going to take me forever, man. I'm exaggerating. It'll probably take me, a month, a couple weeks. But man, I'm going to have to get 5 champions to 5 stars. I only have 1 at 5 stars right now. I've already been playing for a couple weeks. But the good news is the longer you play this game, the easier progression kind of gets, okay? So Kale for me is my best champion. I mean, I think it's a no-brainer to put him in your best gear, even over Crimson Helm right now. He's also a 1-star higher than Crimson Helm. Crimson Helm, I need to get to 5 stars, but even her, I can't take her there yet, because if you look at my champions, I don't have a lot of choices here. I'm not going to sacrifice Harken Greatblade. I'm not going to sacrifice War Maiden. I guess all I have right now is Valerie that I can even use to sacrifice. So I still need 3 4-star champions to get her to 5 stars. And I think I'm going to prioritize that right now, getting everybody to 5 stars before I get Kale to 6 stars, I think. Subject to change. At the very least, I want to get Crimson Helm to 5 stars. So those are kind of my focuses right now. I have Painkeeper, who I'm a big fan of. You guys know, I've been watching my channel for a while that I use Painkeeper in my clan boss team, but even beyond that, she's a great champion. Eventually, I'm gonna really run her into the ground. I'm gonna use her everywhere because she's Void Affinity. Every single dungeon, I'll be using her. She has the turn meter fill on the A1. She has the attacks all enemies, then heals based on this champion's max HP. Really good ability if I can ever book it. She is a rare champion, so a little bit easier there. And then combat tactics decreases the cooldown of all ally skills by 1 turn. Granted, she needs a lot of books, and it's really, look at all these books, man. Good God. I mean, good God. It's funny, man. After being a dirty spender, a dirty whale, a dirty, whatever, pay-to-win player for so long, I've really gotten spoiled by, I need some books. Next time a book offer comes around, I'll get it. Whatever. It's for the videos, kids. But dude, I screwed up, man. I don't screwed up. I overlooked how difficult the book situation. I've talked about this. I made a whole video talking about how dire the book situation is. I saw a few other YouTubers make one around the same time as well, especially with Doom Tower being out. Artifact swapping costing a lot of silver, and books being very difficult to come by in this game. I mentioned this to Cirilla in our interview. She said that, you know, they're on it, but when could that be? You know, I'm not holding my breath on this one, just like I'm not holding my breath on the dupe system. I do anticipate getting both of those things, a dupe system and a book solution, or at least a way to farm pages out of books or something like that, by the end of 2021. That's not saying much, you know? We got 11 months to go. So, with that being said, I mean, it's a challenge. How am I ever going to book these champions up is my question to you guys. Even Kale, who I've been putting every rare book I get into, I still have a long way to go, man. I'm like halfway there. No, I'm more than that. I've maxed out Disintegrate, which is cool, but again, I mean, it's just damage. So I'm not that worried about it. I've got the, you know, the poison up to 100% on the A1, and there's no cooldown or anything like that on the A2. But yeah, I mean, there's so much to focus on. There's so much to focus on, right? I haven't even started, you know, doing scrolls at this point. Obviously, I could really use them. Especially on Kale. So on Kale right now, I mean, they start you off, or I don't know how I got this ring, but somehow they actually, I've been complaining about a lot so far. I guess on a more positive note, I will say that they throw a lot more at you in the early game that I remember, you know? So for example, Silver's an issue. Silver I'm always short on, but I will say that energy I haven't even come close to depleting thus far, right? And then gems, I was actually given a lot of gems between missions and quests and challenges. I was able to unlock my gem mine already, which is huge, you know? So I don't think I'm going to be upgrading it anytime soon, but unlocking gem mine for a free-to-play should be like one of your first priorities. I have mystery shards. I'm still trying to pull an Armiger here, so let's go ahead and pull 10 right now. It's really a sad state of affairs that mystery shards are exciting for me to pull. But Armiger is definitely the next champion that I'm really kind of looking for. Armiger and Shield Guard are kind of two champions that I would like to probably invest in here. So this is the first time I've done a mystery shard opening, guys. Woo! Wow. All right. So nobody to write home about there. I'm very tempted to pull this extra Void or the Ancients, but on a free-to-play account, like, it's already stupid that I pull them on my main account in a non-double time event, but on a free-to-play account, that would be like the epitome of stupid. So we'll get the quest here. Other than that, guys, on a daily basis here, all I'm trying to do is just complete quests, you know, just kind of follow along the missions, the quests, the challenges. Although the missions are even difficult. I mean, they're not difficult, I guess, right? Equip a rare support type of champion with 6 life artifacts, like whatever. Missions I've been kind of neglecting a little bit. So I guess that's kind of it. I'll show you guys my team right now. As I said, I showed you Kale's gear and lifesteal. That's going to be a huge priority for me as well. I'm going to get everybody on the team in lifesteal gear. That's going to be the game plan here. I just need to keep farming Dragon's Lair. I'll actually show you Dragon's Lair farming right now. And yeah, man, I mean, shame on me for neglecting Dragon's Lair, because even on stage 7, I might be able to beat stage 8 here. Let's see. But even, it doesn't matter, stage 7 or 8, I can get 5-star artifacts here. So why would I ignore that, you know? I don't know why I advise people to get 6 stars before going into Dragon's Lair. Nah, you need to be doing Dragon's Lair almost immediately, you know? Because the gear is so much better than your normal gear. So this is the team in Dragon's Lair right now. What I can do, you saw how much energy I have. So in terms of like what's on the agenda for me this week, and it is a Tuesday at the time of this recording, Tuesday morning. So what I want to do is basically just grind levels, right? I want to get everybody maxed right now. Kale has 10 more levels. Obviously, all the other champions have a lot of work to be done here. I need to prioritize accuracy on my War Maiden. Make sure she's actually landing the decreased defense. That's why we have her there. She did land the weak version of poison there on her A1. But I'm not sure if this team's going to stay alive here with these poisons. If I could have one champion in the game right now that's non-legendary, okay, maybe it would be like Ugo after today's video, right? But I think Reliquary Tender, you guys know how much I love her. I think Reliquary Tender is in that conversation. We are going to beat this level, level 8 dragon. But I think Reliquary Tender is so freaking good, man. She has the revival. She has the continuous heal, and she has the cleanse, man. The cleanse would make such a big difference in this battle, for example. The only reason we're still alive here is because Kale's in lifesteal gear, you know? And Crimson Helm able to block damage as well. So we do get that done, and we're leveling up quite a bit here because these champions, I just got them to 4 stars each. But attack percentage boots, the sick, sad, disgusting state of affairs on this account is we're going to keep them. We're going to keep them. So there you have it, guys. Kale doing the heavy lifting there. But again, I mean, priority number 1 is keep farming Dragon's Lair. I forgot that you get 30 free attacks every day, even if you don't have the raid pass. I was thinking that, I don't know why I was thinking this, but I've had the raid pass forever on my main account. I was thinking you get none. So the 30 auto attacks, I'm just going to grind out the highest stage I can every day of Dragon's Lair until I can get better speed, better lifesteal gear, and then I'm going to either use speed and lifesteal or accuracy and lifesteal on all of my champions. I think that's going to help a lot for progression, and I'm going to stick with this team, guys. What do you think about my team here? Do you think I'm making a mistake? Masked Fearmonger is a champion who will probably be subbed out first. But, and I'm trying to think of affinity, you know, I don't know, having a magic 2 spirits, having a void and a force, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. I've been neglecting the arena pretty badly. I've been kind of grinding campaign, as sick as that is. But my Great Hall has nothing right now because I realized that even with 23 of these little medals, it takes forever. But I can't beat anybody because my team is so pathetic, right? Let me just try to show you an arena run before we, let's see. I mean, granted, level 2, level 5 here on 4 stars, but let's see if I can beat this team here. The good news is that despite all these woes on this account, I will tell you that you progress. You make strides, you know, very quickly. You can tell that the data scientists in Plarium, I mean, they pay big money for all their advertisements. They also pay big money for their data scientists, I'm assuming. And I think that's a very safe assumption here because just when you think you're getting so frustrated that you can't continue on anymore or whatever, next thing you know, you make like your plateau is destroyed and you make huge strides with progression in the early game. So I think that's really fine-tuned well. What I'm going to do here is push up in the arena. I mean, I won that battle, but it's difficult. I won that battle against, you know, a bunch of 4 stars. But granted, that's my team too, except for Kale. But as I look through this list, I just got to keep picking off. What do I have on my defense? Why are people playing defense? I guess to push up in the arena, Ash. That's why, dude. I guess I'm going to go ahead and do that. Here I was criticizing others, but then I thought about it for a second. I'm like, you know what? I should probably play some defense too in the arena in this tier because why would I? And then I get and then I have to claim something too. 5,000 more silver, yay. But guys, that's kind of the goal right now. So listen, I thought it was going to be like a 45-minute video, but at the end of the day, I don't want to belabor anything. And you can see I don't even have full gear sets yet on Masked Fearmonger. I'm going to start thinking about Spider too to get some rings on these champions, but I'm not sure if I'm ready yet. I think I need to go ahead and focus on Great Hall. Maybe getting a little accuracy up on Force Affinity and Magic Affinity for Kale and for War Maiden, and kind of going from there, farming more artifacts to get, you know, just better gear on my champions overall. So guys, my big mistake was Dragon's Lair. Should prioritize that early game, not, you know, early game, okay? As a matter of fact, like even getting glyph farming in Faction Wars should take second precedent or whatever, fourth precedent, whatever it is, behind Dragon's Lair early game because they even compare 3 to 5 star artifacts and lifesteal gear and speed, accuracy, all the sets I'm really looking for in Dragon's Lair compared to campaign. Dude, it's ridiculous. I also should say that, you know, of the champions that I have so far, I do have some pretty solid like rares that I've been able to pull. Veer the Alchmage. I will be running in you know, eventually maxing out Frozen Banshee once I actually get her once I actually start doing Clan Boss. But for now I'm going to kind of ignore her. And then I have Veteran too, who's, you know, decreased attack in his kit, I believe. Decreased attack on his A1. And that's what, a 50% chance. Damage based on defense, easy to keep alive, and has a block buffs too on a 3-turn cooldown. I don't know. I've never used Veteran. I don't have him maxed on my main account. but he's an option as well. Other than that, I also have 2 Sauruses. So what I'm thinking is maybe in a month or 2, I will transition away from Kale as a campaign farmer when I have to start kind of specializing him a little bit. And then I'll use Saurus maybe as a campaign farmer. He's easy to build, easy to get, to be a decent campaign farmer without any masteries at all. Probably a better campaign farmer, arguably, than Kale, even without masteries. So I'll probably build him up as well. And that's kind of what I got going on, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if there's a certain specific type of content that you guys would like to see from my free-to-play account, or this sort of a video is right up your alley, exactly what you're looking for. Appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the feedback, always negative, positive, whatever. It's all welcome in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.